Well, his record has been so good in general, in its entirety, that you don't see the mistakes that he made.
Guys, that's the best offering.
Most of those, I would say, are acts of omission as opposed to acts of commission.
One omission is tech stocks.
Absolutely hates tech stocks. If you look back at the tech bubble of the late 1990s, early 2000s, he basically stayed out of that completely. A lot of people actually criticized him and said he missed a tremendous amount of opportunities to find value in certain companies.
It's just not his thing. Buffett doesn't even use a computer at the office.
It's of no utility. I mean, all I'm trying to do is buy a piece of a business at an attractive price, and the computer doesn't tell me how to do that.
Not even Bill Gates has managed to win him over completely.
He spent 9 hours explaining Microsoft to me. Couldn't have been a better teacher. Couldn't have had a dumber student. But I still understood a fair amount of what he was saying, because he is a good teacher. And I bought 100 shares, but I got all through it. That just shows you how many dumb things you could do in this world.
When the dot-com bubble burst, Warren Buffett didn't lose his shirt. And Berkshire Hathaway continues to make money for Warren Buffett, his shareholders, and Uncle Sam. Warren Buffett has paid his share of taxes since he was 13. In 2004, the Berkshire Hathaway federal tax return amounted to more than $3 billion and stacked up to over 10,000 pages.
Generally speaking, a progressive tax system makes great sense in a prosperous country. I benefit plenty from the society. I see nothing wrong with those who have been blessed by this society to give a larger portion of their income to the society than somebody that's working very, very hard just to make ends meet.
Buffett has earned his billions as a Berkshire Hathaway shareholder. As its CEO, his income is comparatively modest.
He pays himself $100,000 a year. I mean, $100,000 for a CEO salary these days is really nothing. CEOs are compensated on average about $9–10 million a year.
He lives modestly, too, and enjoys himself in ways that almost anybody could afford.
He has so much fun. He plays the ukulele for fun. He tap dances to work every day because he's got the luxury of doing that. He likes to play bridge. You can do that if you make $10,000 a year.
Best mental game there is.
My sister plays bridge with him.
And he wants to win. He loves winning. He's very competitive.
And by some fluke, Bertie won. And so Bertie wanted to take that card, that piece of paper you write the scores down on, and Warren ate it.
Warren wants to win in bridge just as in business, and he keeps making loads of money, but he makes it the old-fashioned, honest way.
There's no hint in Warren's fortune of the kind of games that financiers of this age play, inside trading, abusing his stockholders.
I have interviewed hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people. I've never heard of one unethical thing or anything off color or that cut corners in any way, ever.
So he invested in the future without having robbed in the past. It was a clean $37 billion he took out of his own fortune for Bill and Melinda Gates' charity.
Well, I enjoy the idea of building this endowment fund up for society. I mean, I enjoy the process myself. I mean, as you say, the game is enjoyable by itself.
A $37 billion gift is kind of a showstopper, but Buffett's active life is far from over. The death of his wife, Susan, in 2004 was a devastating blow he will not talk about. But he soldiered on, and 2 years later, he asked his longtime live-in companion, 60-year-old Astrid Manx, to marry him.
They grew very fond of each other, and now they have gotten married, and everyone is very happy about that.
And Buffett certainly hasn't stopped earning money for his stockholders. In 2006, he bought a $4 billion share of the Israeli metalworking company Iskar, Berkshire Hathaway's largest foray overseas. And Berkshire Hathaway made the news again when its shares set a new record.
A stock market phenomenon. The stock of the Berkshire Hathaway Company closed yesterday at $100,000. That is $100,000 for each share.
It is a record that is hard to top, but Buffett is certainly game to try. He has no plans to retire.
What Warren really loves is it's sort of like playing the game. He likes the challenge, the mental challenge of the game.
I am getting to do exactly what I love to do every single day.
Mrs. B will save me.
Coca-Cola? And bring a dime, yeah.
Warren Buffett?
I mean, he's the happiest guy in the world.
I'm gonna make sure I didn't ever write one that says, Dear Anna Nicole Smith.
But it's not because he has a lot of money. It's because he does what he loves to do.